Coming up on the Stan Heath Show, we'll talk to Coach Heath about the Continental Tire Las Vegas Classic. Then we'll look at highlights from the kickoff of American Conference play. All that and more ahead on the Stan Heath Show.
The Stan Heath Show, presented by Cain's Furniture. Quality so good, it's guaranteed for life. The Stan Heath Show is also brought to you by Tampa General Hospital, trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care. Delivered by UPS. Let UPS put the power of logistics to work for you.
Once again, Tampa General Hospital is proud to be named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News & World Report and recognized as one of America's best hospitals in 6 specialties: cardiology and heart surgery, ear, nose and throat, nephrology, orthopedics, pulmonology, and urology. #1 in Tampa Bay and one of America's best, Tampa General Hospital. Trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
Whatever the call, whatever the play, when the Bulls score 60 points, we'll give you a free movie ticket at Cain's. Save your ticket stubs, Bulls fans. If the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, take it to Cain's Furniture and get a free movie pass. That's right, 60 points of Bulls basketball means you score a movie ticket from Cain's. Whatever the call, whatever the play, if the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, we'll pay for your movie at Cain's.
The University of South Florida is a regional powerhouse with global significance, leading advances that are changing the world. Now a leader among the nation's universities in research, healthcare, and just being cool. The place where young men and women train to become the best.
This is where the Bulls run.
Customer Aaron Swenson ordered shoes from us online, but they didn't fit.
Customer's not happy, I'm not happy.
Sales go down, I'm not happy.
Merch comes back, I'm not happy.
Use UPS. They make returns easy. Unhappy customer becomes happy customer. Then, repeat customer.
Easy returns, I'm happy.
Repeat customers, I'm happy.
Sales go up, I'm happy.
I ordered another pair.
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
Happy.
Happy. Happy.
Happy.
Happy, happy.
I love logistics.
Welcome back to another edition of the Stan Heath Show. Jim Lighthall and the head coach himself. Happy holidays, Coach, as we get back to work. I know you've been awfully busy here with non-conference basketball, and actually conference play has got underway with the Memphis Tigers already under your belt. We'll talk about them a little bit later, but first of all, hope you had a happy holiday and a new year.
Well, I did. Happy New Year to all of our fans out there, and excited for the 2014 season right ahead of us.
Boy, we were busy in the month of December, Coach. You go to the Continental Tire Las Vegas Classic. You got 4 for 1 in that particular tournament, and it all started with Florida Gulf Coast right here at the Sundome.
Yeah, you know, a team obviously just had so much success last year and came into our place. And what a game. I mean, back and forth, and the game kind of hanging into the balance. And literally at the final buzzard, the game had to be decided by the monitor to make sure that basket didn't count.
0.3 of a second left in that game. You get a real break, really, from the officials or from the rule book that allowed the victory to stand.
Well, I was in constant communication of what could happen with I think 0.3 seconds, and it had to be a tip. It could not be a catch and shoot, but they had to go to the monitor just to make sure it was a catch and shoot and not a tip. Didn't expect us to get to that point. I thought we would knock the ball down, but they ran a heck of a play. We didn't defend it very well, but fortunately we were able to get that win.
Got the win by 2 in that one. Then it was Florida A&M right back here at the Sundome, game that came down to some free throws late again.
Yeah, they came in and Florida A&M, I thought, played one of their best basketball games, and I don't know if we let our guard down a little bit, and they just hung in. Their confidence grew. They made a lot of outside shots. They hadn't been shooting the ball very well from the perimeter in the previous games, but in that particular game they did. And I think up until like the 3-minute mark, we were maybe down by 2 or 3 points. We made a couple baskets, got some defensive stops, and sealed the game with some shots and some free throws late.
73-70 the final score in that one. Then you board a plane, go out to Las Vegas, actually a couple of days early. 2 tough games out there. You lose to Mississippi State right at the very end, and then a tough loss to Santa Clara as well.
Yeah, 2 tough basketball games. 2 games I thought they were kind of hanging in the balance. We've been playing so many close basketball games, and 2 games I thought we could have pulled out. I thought we had a tough segment during the Mississippi State game where they went to a 1-3-1 zone. We didn't handle it very well. I thought they went into a little bit of a run, maybe went up 7 or 8 points. We came back, had an opportunity maybe with a possession, a loose ball possession, a play where we went out of bounds and could have caught it, as well as another play. But, it was a tough game out there for us against them. Close game, just came up a little bit short. Didn't play with one of our best players, Anthony Collins, in both those games.
Well, you finished up the Las Vegas Classic at the New Orleans Arena. Let's take a look at all the highlights from those 4 games from the Continental Tire Las Vegas Classic. The Florida Gulf Coast Eagles came into town. They battled the Bulls at the Sundome in what was essentially the first of 4 games in the Continental Tire Las Vegas Classic. Of course, everybody knows about Florida Gulf Coast and their run in the NCAA tournament a year ago. As a 15 seed, got themselves all the way into the Sweet 16. But the Bulls were ready for the upstart Dunk City group. John Egbunu had the first dunk of the game, and Victor Rudd, who finished with 23, got the Bulls rolling early. How about sharing the basketball down low with Big John Egbunu? The guy leads the team in dunks, and that's why. The Bulls used their size advantage all night long. 6'9" Victor Rudd going over the top of Florida Gulf Coast for an easy dunk there. USF shot at a very high percentage, it seemed like, all night long, and it was because of plays like that, running the floor and getting easy buckets. The Bulls hung on to win 68-66 against Florida Gulf Coast in double overtime. Rudd led the team with a double-double. Florida A&M was next up for USF once again right here at the Sundome. These 2 teams know each other very well through the years, although they haven't played but once over the last 5 or 6 years. And Javante Hawkins gave the Bulls some instant scoring from the perimeter. His ability to slash and drive really started to break down the Rattlers early, and Corey Allen Jr. piled on as well. 22 points for him on 9 of 14 shooting. He also made a couple of 3-pointers. Anthony Collins had 8 assists in this game, one of his best efforts on the season, and he found John Egbunu down low. Florida A&M was outclassed all night long, but they kept coming back with 3-point shooting, which was forcing guys like Victor Rudd to try and answer everything that the Rattlers threw at USF. Rudd got 10 rebounds on the day, and it was yet another double-double for him as he continued to assist. But this was him helping out his teammate, Corey Allen, a 3 in the corner with 35 seconds left that turned out to be the game winner as the Bulls iced it from the free throw line late. Allen with 22, Rudd had 10 rebounds, and Collins with 8 assists. Next up for the Bulls, they head to Sin City. Las Vegas was the city, and Orleans Arena was the site for USF and Mississippi State, 2 teams that came in with identical 8-2 records, and both had won their first 2 games in the Las Vegas Classic. Martino Brock kicks it out to Victor Rudd. He makes a 3-point shot, one of the 2 3-pointers on the day for Victor. No Anthony Collins in the starting lineup for this game. In fact, he missed the entire tournament in Las Vegas because of a knee injury. So it was guys like Martino Brock that helped out in the scoring department, and also Corey Allen Jr. who helped out, and even a guy like Shemai McClendon, who made his first start ever in a Bulls uniform, first start ever in his college career. He's a transfer from Hofstra, and he was able to help out as well. Defense creating points for the offense, and plays like that, they were able to turn Mississippi State over, and Javante Hawkins ended up with a 2-handed dunk, and the Bulls end up losing this game to Mississippi State 71-66 down the stretch, which set up the consolation game against the Broncos of Santa Clara, a little East Coast versus West Coast in the 3rd place game once again in Las Vegas. Santa Clara had been beaten by UNLV in the earlier game. Of course, we just told you that USF lost to Mississippi State, which set up the matchup. Shemai McClendon with a little crossover and a fadeaway jump shot, and it was really all Bulls in the early going. They had the lead against Santa Clara. In fact, they had the lead in the second half thanks to plays like this from Victor Rudd, driving down and dunking over everybody. Rudd had 2 of his 19 on that dunk. Meanwhile, the high-low action for USF, the lob pass inside. Chris Perry was very good. John Egbunu had himself 2 rebounds on the night, but it just seemed like USF couldn't figure out Santa Clara and get stops, especially from the three-point line. This was a game that came down to free throws once again. Santa Clara made theirs. The Bulls went 9 of 24 from the line and ended up losing 66-65. And, Coach, all those tight contests are going to pay off for you, obviously, in March and in the postseason as well.
I believe so. When you get into conference play, the games are right down to the wire, especially in the last 2 minutes of the game. And we've been through a lot of them now. We know how to execute a lot better. We've got to make some free throws, but those close games, I think, will build our character.
Speaking of conference play, the Memphis Tigers were in here in the Sun Dome kicking off American Conference play. We'll take a look at those highlights. Also, a closer look at Chris Perry and John Egbunu, the two-prize freshmen. This is the Stan Heath Show.
Customer Aaron Swenson ordered shoes from us online, but they didn't fit.
Customer's not happy, I'm not happy.
Sales go down, I'm not happy.
Merch comes back, I'm not happy.
Use UPS. They make returns easy. Unhappy customer becomes happy customer. Then repeat customer.
Easy returns, I'm happy.
Repeat customers, I'm happy.
Sales go up, I'm happy.
I ordered another pair.
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
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 Happy, happy.
I love logistics.
Once again, Tampa General Hospital is proud to be named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News and World Report and recognized as one of America's best hospitals in 6 specialties: cardiology and heart surgery, ear, nose and throat, nephrology, orthopedics, pulmonology, and urology. #1 in Tampa Bay and one of America's best, Tampa General Hospital. Trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
Whatever the call, whatever the play, when the Bulls score 60 points, we'll give you a free MovieCo movie ticket at Canes. Save your ticket stubs, Bulls fans. If the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, take it to Canes Furniture and get a free MovieCo movie pass. That's right, 60 points of Bulls basketball means you score a MovieCo movie ticket from Canes. Whatever the call, whatever the play, if the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, we'll pay for your movie at Canes.
The University of South Florida is a regional powerhouse with global significance, leading advances that are changing the world. Now a leader among the nation's universities in research, healthcare, and just being cool. The place where young men and women train to become the best.
This is where the Bulls run.
Welcome back to the Stan Heath Show. Jim Lighthall along with the head coach, Stan Heath himself. Coach, boy, you look at your players right now. Some guys are playing at a very high level. Yeah. Victor Rudd in particular, a senior that you've counted on here in the non-conference schedule, has been a double-double machine for you.
He really has, and he does a little bit of everything for us. And you like the fact that he's emerging as a senior, as a leader, a guy that's a go-to type player. He's really doing a lot there on the floor, scoring, rebounding, assists, and communicating with some of those young guys.
Yeah, he's the one guy, too, that needed to improve his shooting a little bit if he wants to play at the next level. I think he's done that this year.
Well, he's done a great job. I think more than anything, he's cut down the amount of threes he's taken. He's taken the ball to the basket a lot more. He's improved his free throw shooting, and he's becoming a little bit more efficient. So, you know, people are gearing everything towards him, so that's not an easy position to be in. I think he's making the most of it.
And as a senior, this is a guy that wants the ball in tight situations.
He really does. You know, he feels like he can make a really good play. I think he's gotten to the point now where he's kind of trusting his teammates more, where he's not just feeling like he has to take the shot. The big game that we played where he drove the ball into the paint, he dropped it off to Corey Allen Jr., who made that three against Florida A&M. That was a big-time play and unselfish play from Victor Rudd.
Freshmen are chipping in as well. How about Chris Perry, four-time American Conference Rookie of the Week?
Well, he's becoming a force inside, and guys have a lot of confidence, and the coaches do too, of throwing the ball inside to him because he really makes some plays and really makes some scoring baskets for our basketball team. He's going to get double-teamed a lot more. He's going to have people go at him a little bit more in conference play, but he is a force inside for our team.
He's a guy, too, that you've said when he gets involved early, he's really tough to stop.
I think that's a big key. You know, he's got to get touches early. He's got to, I think, be effective of getting to the free throw line and making more of his free throws. But he can score around that basket, and I think once he gets engaged, he's a force for the rest of the game.
He can go over that right shoulder or that left shoulder. Yeah. He is fun to watch. All right, we're going to take a closer look at Chris Perry and the other freshman, John Egbunu, now.
Big, fast, and young. Freshman big men Chris Perry and John Egbunu are providing an abundance of highlight reel plays early in their college careers.
Out to Allen.
Allen. Bulls looking to push. Here's a lob inside. Chris Perry on the business end. Pushing in transition. Stops at the free throw line. Nobody guards him. Throws it up for an alley-oop, and there's John Igbunu. Collins to Igbunu, and he crushes it at the rim.
But they are still aware of the differences between high school and college.
It comes with a lot of challenges, I would say, but the most important thing is your willingness to want to get better and your ability to listen, especially to your coaches, because they've been doing this for a very long time.
In college, everybody can do pretty much everything. Like in high school, you can leave a guy open and just be like, oh yeah, he'll probably miss that. There's going to be at least like three pros you play every other couple games in the AAC conference, pretty much. So it's a big difference. It's a big leap.
To the guard, taken away by Perry. It's a race to the basket. Here comes the big fella. Off the window and in. Shake tonight. A lot of people clutching their shorts. There's another alley-oop to John Igbunu from Anthony Collins. Back-to-back dunks by the freshman.
Oh, we're like brothers. Everything we do is together. Like every time we go out to parties and stuff, that's like my right-hand man. I can count on him to do whatever, and he can count on me to do whatever.
I think it's very good. I think we have a pretty good relationship. Like we do a lot of stuff together, and I think we have a pretty awesome relationship. And I think we really complement each other because he's like more of a low post type player, and I'm like more of like a pick and roll guy. So he's better in the low post because of his size and stuff, and yeah, I'm better coming off the pick and stuff like. So we really complement each other a lot, and we like playing with each other. And when at practice, whenever we're being put on the same team, we try to push each other to get better and stuff like that. So it's really fun playing with him or being around him.
It's just we have to play more together, like on the court. Like it seems like so far once one of us has a good game, the other one has an all right game. But when we learn how to play together, like really, really good, at the same time, we'll be dangerous, real dangerous.
Coach, you see these two guys on camera now. They are fun to watch on camera. They're fun to watch on the floor, and the ceiling is so high for both of them.
It's so high. It's amazing what they're able to do right now as true freshmen. And they're so vastly different. You know, John's more of a up and down the floor, up above the rim. He's really coming into his own on the offensive end. Chris is more of a guy you can throw it to him, left-hand hook, right-hand hook. He just has the ability to score around the basket, and he's got that 265-pound mass frame that creates a lot of force around the rim.
We're going to take a look at the final non-conference game, the Bradley Braves, and then also dive into American Conference play next on the Stan Heath Show.
Whatever the call, whatever the play, when the Bulls score 60 points, we'll give you a free MovieCom movie ticket at Canes. Save your ticket stubs, Bulls fans. If the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, take it to Canes Furniture and get a free MovieCom movie pass. That's right, 60 points of Bulls basketball means you score a MovieCom movie ticket from Canes. Whatever the call, whatever the play, if the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, we'll pay for your movie at Canes.
The University of South Florida is a regional powerhouse with global significance, leading advances that are changing the world. Now a leader among the nation's universities in research, healthcare, and just being cool. The place where young men and women train to become the best.
This is where the Bulls run.
Once again, Tampa General Hospital is proud to be named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News and World Report and recognized as one of America's best hospitals in 6 specialties: cardiology and heart surgery, ear, nose, and throat, nephrology, orthopedics, pulmonology, and urology. #1 in Tampa Bay and one of America's best, Tampa General Hospital. Trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
Customer Aaron Swenson ordered shoes from us online, but they didn't fit.
Customer's not happy, I'm not happy.
Sales go down, I'm not happy.
Merch comes back, I'm not happy. Use UPS. They make returns easy. Unhappy customer becomes happy customer. Then, repeat customer.
Easy returns, I'm happy.
Repeat customers, I'm happy.
Sales go up, I'm happy.
I ordered another pair.
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
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 Happy, happy.
I love logistics.
And welcome back to another edition of the Stan Heath Show. Happy New Year, everyone. The Bulls busy on the court. Coach, you finished up the non-conference schedule, going to a tough place to play, Peoria, Illinois, against the Bradley Braves.
road wins are hard, and we were playing without Collins again, and that game we got off to a great start. I mean, had a 10-point lead, and all of a sudden they came back and really controlled the second half, and it was very fortunate. A lot of good things happened that game. Chris Perry was really strong inside for us. I think he had his career high. Victor Rudd, again, a double-double type kind of game. But the end of the game, I thought two big things happened. Zach Leday takes a charge as well as a steal that helps with that basketball game, and Corey Allen seals things up with 4 free throws.
For Zach Leday, he got the start in this game, and some things that don't show up in the stat sheet sometimes can decide a game, and it was 2 defensive plays.
Yeah, it was kind of one of those things you said, no, Zach, and next thing you know, he knocks that ball down, he gets a steal, gives us a possession when they got a chance to make a go-ahead basket, and then at the end of the game where we're already up and we're trying to close things out by getting a stop, he steps right in, he takes a big-time charge, gives us possession, we shoot some free throws and seal the game up.
Yeah, Corey Allen had all of his points in that game in the second half and some big free throws down the stretch as well. That sets you up for the American Conference opener against the Memphis Tigers. Coach, this is a top 25 team. They've got athletes across the board. They came in here flying high.
They did. Memphis is obviously a team I think they can go very deep in the NCAA tournament. They have depth. They have great guard play. They really sped the ball up and down the court, and we didn't do a good job defensively, I think, staying in front of their guards.
Let's take a look at those highlights against the Memphis Tigers. The Bulls kicked off American Conference play with the 18th-ranked Memphis Tigers in town. This was on New Year's Eve, the final day of 2013, and a tough draw for the Bulls considering Memphis came in off of a 30-win season a year ago. They just tore apart Conference USA play. In fact, they went 16-0 in conference to win it. The Bulls had their troubles early. They couldn't make shots from the perimeter, so what they had to do was keep Memphis away from the basket. John Egbunu had 1 block, and it was a big one right there, sending the ball volleyball style into the Bulls bench. Victor Rudd finished with 17 points. He got most of them from the free throw line, but right there, Vic took the ball in the paint and got an easy runner. 17 points and 9 rebounds for the senior from L.A. How about the alley-oop to John Egbunu? They threw it up at the top of the square. Corey Allen Jr. with 2 assists, and Egbunu finished with a career-high 20 points and 14 rebounds. USF found themselves down 16 at the half and came back, trying to get some defense here to create some offense. Corey Allen and Martino Brock on the up and under layup. Martino Brock finished with 13 points in 25 minutes worth of work. The Bulls were down 29 points at one point here in the second half, but they didn't quit. They continued to fight. John Egbunu continued to produce. Shemai McClendon with the alley-oop there, one of his 2 assists on the night. The Bulls continued to struggle from three-point range all night long. In fact, they finished 0 for 9 from beyond the arc, so Corey Allen had to take the ball to the basket like that, part of his 15 points in 37 minutes. Shemai McClendon drove right down the paint. How about the up and under move by the kid who's a transfer from Hofstra as he continues to give the Bulls a little bit of spark at the offensive end. Even big Jordan Amagbane got in the game late. Big fella, all 7'3" of them. Had a dunk for 2 points to go along with 2 rebounds and drew a standing ovation on the night. The Bulls end up losing to Memphis, though, 88-73 down the stretch. Coach, what an outstanding effort from John Egbunu. Career highs in points and rebounds. And the thing I loved about your team, you fought all the way to the end.
We did. That's a really good basketball team, and there's things I know we can do a much better job of staying in front of people, not giving up so many transition baskets. They got 10 steals, which really it was almost like pick 6. It was hard to stop those fast breaks. So we got to take some of those things away. It was a wake-up call for our team. But the bright spot, I thought, was Johnny Bugnu's play. I mean, wow. He was everywhere. I mean, rebounds, above the rim. Our guys did a great job finding him. His energy, I thought, really lifted our team to continue to fight and fight and fight towards the end and really cut things down.
When we come back, we'll preview the Houston Cougars and the Temple Owls. They're next on the American Conference docket, right after this on the Stan Heath Show.
Once again, Tampa General Hospital is proud to be named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News & World Report and recognized as one of America's best hospitals in 6 specialties: cardiology and heart surgery, ear, nose and throat, nephrology, orthopedics, pulmonology, and urology. #1 in Tampa Bay and one of America's best. Tampa General Hospital. Trusted for our expertise. Chosen for our care.
Whatever the call, whatever the play, when the Bulls score 60 points, we'll give you a free movie-come movie ticket at Canes. Save your ticket stubs, Bulls fans. If the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, take it to Canes Furniture and get a free movie-come movie pass. That's right, 60 points of Bulls basketball means you score a movie-come movie ticket from Canes. Whatever the call, whatever the play, if the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, we'll pay for your movie at Canes.
The University of South Florida is a regional powerhouse with global significance, leading advances that are changing the world. Now a leader among the nation's universities in research, healthcare, and just being cool. The place where young men and women train to become the best.
This is where the Bulls run.
Customer Aaron Swenson ordered shoes from us online, but they didn't fit.
Customer's not happy, I'm not happy.
Sales go down, I'm not happy.
Merch comes back, I'm not happy.
Use UPS. They make returns easy. Unhappy customer becomes happy customer. Then, repeat customer.
Easy returns, I'm happy.
Repeat customers, I'm happy.
Sales go up, I'm happy.
I ordered another pair.
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
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 Happy, happy.
I love logistics.
Starting to wind things down on this edition of the Stan Heath Show. Coach, the crowds have been very good, obviously, in the non-conference schedule here inside the Sun Dome and also for the Memphis game. The crowds get behind that mascot, and Rocky the Bull has done his part. Capital One Mascot Challenge champion.
How about that? And you're right. I think those close games that we've won, the crowd's been a big part of that. And, Rocky, to win that championship over 200 different mascots, what an accomplishment for our mascot.
Coach, you got one at home and one on the road in the American Conference. You get the Houston Cougars here later today. This is going to be a fun game. This is a team that just knocked off a top 25 UConn team.
Yeah, they did. I'm sure they're going to be very excited after winning that game against UConn at home. Now they come to our place with a lot of excitement. We need to play well.
They won 20 games a year ago. They got into the CBI, made some noise. I know their leading scorer transferred, but plenty of weapons left with Houston.
Tyshawn Thomas, remember that name. He's probably the biggest force inside right now, 6'9", about 250 pounds, can really score around the basket.
They have a lot of different weapons and interchangeable parts on that team as well.
Yeah, they can score the ball. They'll get up and down a little bit too. They can go inside, they can go outside, but Thomas is the key guy. And they're going to show a lot of different defenses, 1-3-1 zone, man, a little bit of 2-3, so we've got to be prepared for some things.
Then you've got Temple on the road on Thursday. This is a team you beat in the NCAA tournament a couple of years ago. They want a piece of you, I'm sure.
Yeah, to go to Temple. And, Fran Duffy's been around a while, terrific basketball coach. We'll need to play well. Road wins are hard to get. We need to get one.
Always tough going into Temple as well.
Absolutely. They've got a team that has some of those guys back from that team from 2 years ago, so they have some experience as well.
That'll do it for this edition of the Stan Heath Show. Thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you next week.
The Stan Heath Show has been presented by Canes Furniture. Quality so good it's guaranteed for life. The Stan Heath Show is also brought to you by Tampa General Hospital. Trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care. Delivered by UPS. Let UPS put the power of logistics to work for you.